Really didn't want to go home. My house was rented out, and while talking with family members, they refused any information about Jen. On September 21st, I received news that my dad had a heart attack but was doing well. He would need a triple bypass surgery. This surgery is serious, not as serious as it was 40 years ago, but still serious enough that I wanted to see him just in case. When I'd get home, it would just turn into a crap show, and really didn't want that. I just wanted to see my folks and thank Paul for all he had done for me, even as selfish as I'd been. But deep down inside me, I'd have to see her again, and had no idea how I'd feel or think about it all. I'm so sorry for the length of this. Even still, I've left a lot out. Any advice, tips, or insults would be appreciated. I'm flying out in 4 hours and will land in about 24 hours. Update. After landing, I went to see my dad. He is looking good and actually looking forward to surgery. Mom is doing well but obviously concerned. I spent almost the first 24 hours by his side. We talked about everything under the sun but nothing heavy. I didn't want to stress him out, and told him I'm here for him but using this trip to reorganize my life, close some doors and open some new ones. On day 2, Paul met up with me at a local spot close to the office. He was already driving booze into him when we talked back and forth about my dad's health and work stuff. He asked if I'd had any contact with Jen, which I'd said no, and then informed me that the old man, the boss, wanted to see me but considering my father's situation it could wait. I knew I'm in deep trouble so told him may as well get it over with. I have a list of things that need accomplishing this month, and meeting Jen is one of them. I entered the office for the first time in what seemed like forever, many faces missing, a few new ones, and the usual suspects were there too. A few people nodded at me and greeted me as we headed up to the old man's office, which I'd never been in before. We walked in, he motioned for us to sit down. I'd never spoken with him before. He does walk the floor from time to time but people just part like Moses spreading the Red Sea. This is how our conversation went. Old man: Good morning, gentlemen. This is a closed meeting. Anything discussed here is private. Blah blah blah. The old man starts going off on a rant about responsibility and dedication, and he does have some good points, I have to admit. He looks at Paul and asks why they should keep me around. Paul says he does great work, he has saved accounts and acquired many new ones, plus we can't find anyone willing to do this job for the 20% below market salary we're paying him. What the F? Then Paul starts maniacally laughing along with the old man like that bar scene from Goodfellas. The old man wipes away a tear from his eye telling Paul that's why he's his best VP. I make a good salary, but come on man, I feel quite slighted. The old man looks at me leaning and saying, Listen kid, I know you had some problems with your woman so let me give you some advice. He mentions some guy's name he's quoting. I don't know if I'm remembering word for word, but this is essentially what he said. God gives women eyebrows, and she plucks them out drawing on new ones. God gives a woman a face, and she paints on a new one over it. God gives her breasts, and she buys a push-up water bra. God gives her form, and still not satisfied, she buys slim-fitting clothes changing that form. If God himself cannot please her then how can you, brother? Please don't kill yourself. Well, that kind of blew my mind a bit, I must say. The old man looks at Paul saying, I can trust you'll handle this properly. Your mother will kill me if I've got fire you. So now it kind of hits me, they are effing related. Paul and walk out, looking at him saying, 20% below market? Really? He puts his arm around me saying, Don't worry about that, I got you covered. So am I getting fired or disciplined? No dumbass, you're getting promoted. And he puts his arm around me kissing me on the side of my head. You could have told me that beforehand you dick. Nah, it was much funnier this way. Missed you kid. Now let's go get fed up, it's 8:30 in the morning. Paul, who does that? I do.